This book is called Caterpillars to Butterflies. This is an example of a non-fiction book. I want you to think to yourself, what is a non-fiction book? That's right. A non-fiction book gives you information. It's a book that you read to learn new facts or to maybe change your opinion about something. So today we are going to learn about how caterpillars become butterflies. One interesting thing about nonfiction books is you don't always have to start from the beginning like you would with a fiction book for it to make sense because it's not a story, it's just giving you facts. So if you want to learn about certain specific things, then you can just turn to those pages. So we're going to start on page 10. 10. Here we go. From egg to adult. Butterflies are beautiful, but they did not always look that way. Butterflies start out inside eggs. Their bodies go through big changes. These changes are part of a life cycle. The life cycle of a butterfly has four stages. They are egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Now, notice we have these bold words here. Those bold words tell us that these words are important. So it's important for us to know what the life cycle of a butterfly is, and that those include these four stages, which are egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Then, if we look down here, we have some photographs. So, this is a photograph of a butterfly. I wonder what kind of butterfly this is. Well, I look over here, and guess what? Here is a caption that will tell me that. So this caption says a female adult black swallowtail butterfly is laying eggs on a plant. The eggs come from inside her body. What does this one mean? What do you think? Oh, look up here. The four stages. Egg. And this picture is showing me about the eggs that the butterfly is laying. So that would be the one refers to the stage one of a butterfly's life cycle. Then down here, there is a label that's showing me what's something specific in the picture is. So the label is pointing to these little yellow dots. So it says the tiny eggs are pale yellow. So this butterfly, this black swallowtail butterfly, lays tiny uh, pale yellow eggs. Then the second stage of the butterfly's life cycle. And this caption says a larva hatches or comes out of the egg. The larva is called a caterpillar. Then, stage three, the caterpillar makes a case. It is now a pupa. And this case is called a chrysalis. So, when it becomes a pupa, it forms a chrysalis around its body. Then finally, stage four, the pupa changes into a beautiful black swallowtail butterfly. This is the adult stage. So, just to be clear, a butterfly that lays an egg. So this butterfly is a black swallowtail butterfly. So the when it hatches and becomes a caterpillar and then changes into a pupa and forms a chrysalis, when it comes out of the chrysalis, then it is a black swallowtail butterfly. Butterfly eggs. Some butterflies lay one egg under each plant leaf. Some butterflies lay eggs on top of leaves. A giant swallowtail butterfly has laid a bunch of orange eggs on top of this leaf. Wait a second, I thought we learned that the swallowtail butterfly laid yellow eggs. Let's go back a page and double check that. Oh, this one is a black swallowtail butterfly that lays yellow eggs, and the giant swallowtail butterfly lays orange eggs. Interesting. So these are not the same butterfly. That confused me for a second. And then this caption says this butterfly is laying its egg under a leaf. And then this caption says this butterfly lays its white eggs inside the curled leaves of a plant. And then this description right here says eggs or label shows the eggs right there. You can barely even see them, they're so small. So, as you go outside to play or explore, I want you to look at some leaves on trees or different plants and see if you can find any eggs like this underneath or on top of any leaves that you find. So let's look at this next page where it says the eggs hatch. So this is called the header. These words appear. The header gives you a clue for what you're going to read about on the page. So if it says the eggs hatch, what do you think you're going to learn about on this page? That's right, butterfly eggs hatching. So it says these pictures show an egg laid by a monarch butterfly. A caterpillar has grown inside the egg. After a few days, the caterpillar hatches. It chews its way out of its eggshell and then eats its eggshell. The eggshell helps the caterpillar grow. So over here it says this monarch caterpillar is hatching. Down here it says this caterpillar is wiggling out of its eggshell. Number 3, it is almost all the way out. The number 4, the eggshell is the caterpillar's first food. Ew, I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, let's read over here now. The caterpillar feels its way with its tentacles. It eats and grows quickly. Monarch caterpillars eat only the leaves of milkweed plants. As the caterpillar grows, its skin does not grow with its body. It gets too tight. The caterpillar molts or sheds its skin. Notice here it gives us this word in bold, molt. So I know that word's important, and I think, what does that mean? And then right after, it tells us what the word means. So sometimes when a book gives you a new word, sometimes it will tell you what that word means right next to it. So it molts or sheds its skin. It molts 4 times. Each time it molts, the caterpillar eats its old skin. That is different. Okay, so up here we have a label. It shows us the tentacles on the caterpillar. And then it shows us a label here that tells us what the plant is. So this plant is a milkweed plant. Caterpillar bodies. Caterpillar bodies are very different from butterfly bodies. A butterfly has 6 legs, but a caterpillar has many more legs. Only the first 6 legs of a caterpillar are true legs. They are joined to the caterpillar's thorax. The other 10 legs are just stumps called prolegs. Prolegs help a caterpillar climb and hang onto plants. The prolegs are on a caterpillar's abdomen. Down here it says, someone, we can't see it. Someone has put shoes on this caterpillar, but are the shoes on its true legs? That's silly. Why would you put shoes on a caterpillar? So over here, it has some labels that show us where the thorax of a caterpillar is, the abdomen of the caterpillar, its jaws, its eyes, and its head. So the jaw is, you have a jaw too. So the jaw is the bottom part of your mouth that moves up and down when you talk. And then over here, we have something called a spiracle. I don't know what that is. Let's continue reading to see if we can find out. Caterpillars breathe through tiny holes called spiracles. Interesting. Some caterpillars are covered with spines or stiff hairs. Once again, it gives us a new word, spine, and then it tells you what the word means right after. The spines of some caterpillars can cause painful stings when touched. That's why it's a good idea not to touch a caterpillar if you don't know what kind it is and you don't know if it's safe to pick up. The spines of this caterpillar are growing out of small blue knobs called tubercles. Staying safe. So let's think about the header here. Staying safe. What's that gonna mean? Could it mean staying safe from caterpillars? Could it mean how caterpillars stay safe from predators like birds or other animals? Let's read to find out. Caterpillars do not look anything like other butterflies. They do not look like one another. Either caterpillars can have different shapes and colors. They also have different patterns on their bodies. Patterns are made up of colors or shapes that repeat. You guys know this from math. Colors, shapes, and patterns help caterpillars hide from predators. Predators are animals that eat other animals, and we've talked about that word a lot already this year. Does this caterpillar have big eyes? Look at its look here. No, it has eye spots. Eye spots are not real eyes. So let's think. Why does the caterpillar want to make itself look like it has bigger eyes than it actually does? Why would it do that? Hmm. They are patterns that make the caterpillar look bigger and scarier to predators. So it makes the caterpillar look more threatening or scary than it actually is. It kind of makes it look more like a snake to me. Okay, now let's look over here. Here's another header. It says stinky and yucky. The osmetarium. Whoa, that is a big word. Now notice how I sounded that out. I took it chunk by chunk. I know os, met, Arium, osmetarium. See, I've never seen this word before until I read this book, and I can make a good guess of how to read it because I sounded it out with my phonics skills. Or orange horns of swallowtail caterpillars have a terrible smell. The stripes of the monarch caterpillar warn predators that this caterpillar tastes very bad. Predators do not want to eat animals that smell or taste bad. Would you? The purple emperor caterpillar is leaf shaped. Its shape helps the caterpillar hide from predators. What do we call it when an animal disguises itself to hide from predators or prey? Hmm. Yeah, that's right, camouflage. So here is a monarch caterpillar, which will become a monarch butterfly. And here's a western swallowtail caterpillar. And this is its osmetarium, or its orange horns. And then this it says purple emperor caterpillar. You can barely even see it. I think you can tell it where it is by its tentacles coming off of his head right there. And this is the plant leaf. See how well it blends in? That's crazy. Big changes. This is the interesting part, I think. The caterpillar grows and molts 4 times. Then it finds a place to hang and molts one last time. These pictures show a monarch caterpillar becoming a pupa and then a butterfly. First, the caterpillar turns its head from side to side to spin some silk. It attaches a silk button to the branch. The caterpillar hangs from the button and molts. A hard case called a chrysalis forms around its body. Inside the case, the caterpillar turns to liquid. Whoa, it turns to liquid. The chrysalis protects the pupa. It becomes clear when the caterpillar has changed to a butterfly. This big change is called metamorphosis. That's that big word right there. So the change from a caterpillar to a butterfly is called metamorphosis. And that is the same with other animals too, like when a tadpole turns into a frog. The butterfly is now an adult. The butterfly starts to come out of its case. It hangs from the chrysalis. Its wings are wet and weak. The butterfly flaps its wings to dry them. It will soon fly away. Look at these pictures of it changing. So these pictures would have been taken over a long stretch of time. So they would have taken a picture of the caterpillar probably every few days, and then they stitched it together to make it look like it was changing before our eyes. Isn't that crazy? Match them up. Each caterpillar on this page will become a butterfly or moth shown on the next page. Have fun matching the right pairs. So sometimes at the end of a nonfiction book, there will be some activities or um, things like that. And so now we finished the book. So now your job is to go, and I want you guys to look at the first part of this book. So we skipped ahead to page 10, and if you look, here are some interesting things that you can look at about butterflies as insects, some more information about butterflies, and what is the difference between a butterfly and a moth. So that's going to be your job is to look through those pages there. Hope you enjoyed our read aloud for today.